Nityananda, welcome to the sixth GS for you. GS means guaranteed solution for you. It's based on the book Guaranteed Solution by Mr. by Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva. My name is Manipuraka Chakra, and many of you call me by Maduka. Some you call me by my original name, Suyong, right? Because I've invited also a few people from my yoga class. So they're also joining because I think this is it's a very rare occasion I conduct this session, this meditation. Okay, so that's why I don't want anyone to miss it, if possible. So I'm inviting as many people as possible, and whoever here is blessed. Okay, that's all I can say. So before we enter into the sixth session, let's prepare the body and mind to enter into the inquiry. Everything we are doing is an inquiry to the self, who we are, right? To know what is not. So we remove what is not and establish what we are. So this is an inquiry into the self, the big you, not the small you. The small you is your ego self, the big you, the real you, okay? So I'd like you to sit now with the head, neck, and spine aligned in one straight line. Keep the whole spine straight, upright. This will facilitate the energy flow, and also not only the energy flow up and down all the entire chakras, also bring clarity to your thinking. Okay, see, the posture is very important in terms of reflecting certain consciousness. So if your body is lying down lazy, then you will reflect the consciousness of a buffalo, a pig, right? Laziness. But if you sit upright like a human being, at least you are ready to be a normal human being. Okay, so now let's sit with the back straight, close your eyes. Just bring awareness to this embodied self. That means this body is the physical shell that hosts the consciousness, the God in you, okay? Whatever you call that. So this physical shell is like a vehicle for you to manifest, express what you want in the outer world. You need that vehicle. Just like you need to go to places, you need a vehicle. So this vehicle is, is a vehicle for your dream achievement in the outer world. Let's become aware that you are now an embodied being, right? You're embodied. Bring awareness to this physical body, this form that you have chosen, this verb. So this is the form that you are right now holding or hosting yourself. Bring awareness to the breathing. So infuse prana, life energy, by breathing in very slowly and deeply. And aware of the two gaps between incoming breath, and incoming breath. Just have that breath awareness. Because when you come to the breath awareness, immediately it starts integrating this body and mind to the space of now. In the space of now, you'll be entering into Shravana, authentic listening. You'll be listening with awareness, without criticism, without anything from the past. You are listening, ready to receive whatever Swamiji has to impart through this body. Understand, I'm also a pure channel. I'm just a channel for him to radiate the energy, the consciousness, and the knowledge through all of you. That is the purpose of an acharya as his extension. Acharya means teacher, okay? So keep breathing slowly and deeply, and just allow yourself to center to the present moment. Now, only through the now you can enter into the inquiry, exploration. Otherwise, you'll be just exploring your mind only, right? Which is full of nonsense, right? As you know. In that listening space, we're going to invoke Swamiji who is the embodiment of Paramashiva, the source, the super consciousness, the supreme consciousness. So join the palms together. You don't have to, if you don't know the chant, mantra, it's okay, just listen. Put your palms together in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart center. So we're going to chant the Sadguru Vanana and followed by the 3 times Mahavakya, which is the key to connect with Paramashiva, the source. Take a deep breath. Nityanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamutim Vandvatitam Gaganashatrisham Tattvamasya Rilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. In that silent space, let's request the divine energy to bless all of us to experience the intense cleansing of the Manipuraka Chakra, the navel chakra. Which is the process we're going to have today. Just request Swamiji to bless all of us to have an intense experience of this Kriya, this Manipura Sudhi Kriya, the gibberish meditation, to cleanse the navel chakra, the navel center. Yes, you already feel the energy. See, the moment I invoke Swamiji, the process has already started. Understand? The whole space is already created for this session. This is the mystical part of how the conscious energy work. So now a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm going to pin myself so that I put myself on spotlight so they can see me. So now we have about 16 people. Everybody welcome. Good to see some familiar faces from last session. And of course, new people. All right, so now I hope you have done the homework for those of you who attended the last session, or those of you who didn't attend but you managed to catch up with the homework. Okay, so without further ado, let me just enter into the presentation itself. Okay. So today the presentation will be fairly short because we have already established the intellectual understanding of this chakra in the last session. Okay. Now I've also asked, Anandata to upload the past sessions into a private playlist on YouTube. So those of you who missed, if you want to revisit some of the past session, you can go and get into the private playlist. So this will not be shown to the public. It will be only be shared through the link. Okay. So if you want to know the link, you please connect with Anandata. She will share the link once it's uploaded. This is the second chakra we are working on. The first was heart chakra. I think the heart chakra took us 4 sessions. So this is this Manipura, the navel chakra, only 2 sessions. So last month was the first session. This month is the second session. Okay. So now, once again, GS4Y, guaranteed solution for youths. Okay. This is our 6th online meet, and welcome you on behalf of eGurukul Singapore. Kailasa, Singapore. Today is 26th of August, 2023. So let's recap what we are doing here. The agenda for today's session. So I will first, for the benefit of some new people who missed last session, I will recap some of the salient things that we talk about. It will not be the detailed version. Of course, detailed version, you watch the YouTube video. But just for me to bridge what we learned last month and what is going to happen this session, so that you refresh your memory a little bit, so there's continuity in what we did in the last session, because the gap is too long, 1 month. Okay, if you do it weekly, it's not so bad, but because it's a 1 month, it's a monthly meet. So because of the long gap, sometimes you may have forgotten. Too many things happen in your life, in your busy life. You forgot what you did last month. So we're going to do a quick recap, okay? And then I'm going to talk about, again, from the Manipuraka Chakra, how it connects to depression. Remember, in the heart chakra, I talk about depression. Now, in the navel chakra, I again talk about how a clog, a block, navel chakra contribute to the depression. So you understand how depression originates, okay? So then I talk about how to live in the present moment without being clutched. So you have the psychological planning and chronological planning. This is the way how you are going to, have the efficiency in your day-to-day. Then I'm going to give you some awareness tips, how to, handle, the inner chatters in your daily life. And of course, we can have a short Q&A before we enter into this meditation itself. Okay, this meditation will take at least 21 minutes, followed by at least 5 minutes of silent sitting. Okay, so set aside at least half an hour for that. Okay, so now let's enter into a recap on this chakra. Okay, this is the navel chakra, the third chakra in the body, okay, which is near your navel area, your belly button area. Okay, so this is a chakra called Manipuraka. Manipuraka means city of jewels. When you have a clear navel chakra, you see the jewel in the city. Okay, and it is the seat of worry. Okay, so it shrinks this chakra. When the chakra is unblocked, energized, it can be as big as a cartwheel. You can imagine how big a cartwheel is. But when it is loaded with negative emotion like worries, it can shrink to the size of a button. You know how small a button is? So when you have a blocked navel chakra, okay, it comes with a lot of diseases related to this area. Okay, I think I mentioned that in the last session. What are the diseases related to navel chakra, which I will not touch today. It's already covered in the last session. Okay, then it flowers when you stop worrying. Okay, when you stop worrying, this chakra opens up. Okay, so understand, worries are the food for the mind. When you have a lot of inner chatters, you worry a lot, it feed your mind. Your mind just become powerful, more and more, a lot more, I would say, become the master rather than the slave of consciousness. So the mind it overtakes you and it runs your life. And that is the most dangerous thing, right? Because it constantly creates a negative thought current inside. Okay, so the emotion that blocks this center is worry. Even there's nothing to worry, you will create another worry. Okay, so it's related to the fire element. So your digestive system, this whole chakra regulates your digestive system, which is a very important part of your health. Okay, when the fire is gone, that means the body is ready to be put into the fire. That means burned, right? So you need to keep your fire alive, your Jarata Agni, that means your digestive fire, alive, so that it can burn and continue to digest, convert food to energy, and remove toxin. Understand, fire is an excellent element to burn toxin, clear your toxin. Okay, so today we are going to activate your navel chakra, not only to cleanse, but also burn away all the shit you created. When I say shit, literally is like all that nonsense you created. Okay, so the color of this chakra is yellow. So now let's enter into what is worry fundamentally. Okay, see, worry is nothing but a constant chaos without any clarity happening inside you. That means like a continuous thought current inside your negative thought current. Just keep coming, and you do not know how to stop it. Okay, and it just make you low mood swing. Okay, because it keep putting you in low mood, right? Because negative, right? So it's a constant worrying. This constant worrying or inner chatters block this navel chakra. Okay, when that happens, you will have a lot of issue related to your digestion. Your digestive system gets affected. So a few things you need to know about worry. Okay, first, worry is internal, not external. Not like, oh, you see something, you start worrying. Or you do something happen outside, then you worry. No, the cause of worry lies deep within ourselves. That means what? Whatever happened in the outer world, it is your cognition that whether create worry or not. So it's internal factor. So if you have the right understanding, right cognition, nothing outside can affect you. Okay, there's no worry. You remain in that peaceful, blissful state. But when you don't have that space, anything, small thing outside can just cause you to worry. You can, your imagination can magnify the problem into like 100 times and make you just go into panic attack. So then the second thing you need to know about worry is that it can become an attachment. That means you're clutched to this worry. See, without worry, you will feel as if you have no axis about which to move. Like say, because worry give you like an anchor. You feel like, oh, I have something to depend on, to hold on to it. But when you don't have worry, you're like just in the pure empty space. And so you actually don't feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable in the empty space, you want to hold on to something. Your insecurity, your fear, hold on to that, wanting to hold on to that worry. So you actually, in an unconscious level, you nurture your worry. You actually encourage worry to come to you when you're not aware. Okay? So that is the thing that you need to know. The third thing you need to know about worry is, come on, everybody worries, okay? Unless you're an enlightened being or you know how to go beyond worry, there'll be some kind of worry. Irrespective of culture, background, financial status, whether you're rich or poor, you still have worry. For rich people, they worry the money will be cheated or taken away. For poor people, they worry about no money to get by the, So anyway, there will be some kind of worry. And age, right? And whether it's different gender, anything else can be a worry. So fundamentally, it's your cognition. It boils down to your understanding about life, about you, about everything, whether that can become a worry for you or not. So at some level, we all have worries. But the main crux is ability to handle worries that determine whether you're able to, sail through in life without getting we call that bogged down by worries, burdened by worries. Okay, so as long as you have a mind, you will have worry. Okay, so now this is what Swamiji said. He says the way to worry is through the mind, right? The mind is the one that, the culprit that created the worry. And guess what? The way out of it is also only through the mind. Because this is the door you come in, this is also the door you go out. So you have to go through the mind. But we keep searching answer from all the wrong places. We go this, go there, look for something. But no, hey, the answer lies within you. The solution cannot be found in the outer world things. It can only be found inside ourselves. So look for the answer, solution inside you, but you have to know how to do it. Knowledge. Knowledge is what liberates you. Okay? So let's look at the right knowledge. Okay. So the first thing you need to start becoming aware is the words you're using in your life. That means what? How you talk to yourself. Because worry is not just worrying about outside, but it's what are the words you are using inside you. Be aware of how you talk to yourself. Okay? See, whether you realize it or not, our life is built on words and commitment, what we give to ourselves and what we give to others, right? The words we tell to us and others. But because we're living in society, we honor the words we give to others, but we're not aware of how we talk to ourselves. That is actually very important because that forms the foundation of your life. The foundation of your life is built on the words you give to yourself and others. So need you to become, I would say, aware how you talk to yourself, because your whole life begins on how you talk to yourself. If you have a lot of abuse to yourself, like you carry a guilt, you keep beating yourself up, then be very clear. This is not going to help you in any way. Okay. So it has, see, our life, it has to be free from dust, right? And rust. That it means that it has to be free from the unconscious pattern. These words and commitments, when you become unconscious, it become the dust that cloud the city of jewels, your Manipuraka Chakra. It create a layer of poison. When I say dust and rust is poison, you polluted your navel chakra. It's supposed to be an energy center that helps to process food to energy, okay, and make your thinking clear. But when you're not aware, you created a lot of dust and rust and dirt, it start polluting. So it's like creating a poison in the area. So what happened? Naturally, you can't see things clearly. Naturally, you'll be confused. Naturally, you have chaos, right? So all these unconscious what you give to yourself and others are the dust and rust that you build on your navel chakra. Okay. So because the building, let's say whatever life you're building is based on this rust and dust, naturally it's not going to last. You'll collapse one day. The whole thing will collapse. When you collapse, it means what? Either you have diseases in your body or depression or some mental disorder will come and become part of you. Okay, so this is what is going to happen. You become, it has to be without any unconscious or unawareness, right? It has become to be without any unconscious or unawareness. So basically, in the same way, your life is built on words and commitment you give to you and others, right? I repeat. So you cannot have anything that is unconscious. It has to be a conscious decision, a conscious declaration. Then your life will be very straightforward. No gray area. Okay, no mess. Okay, so this was the exercise which I told all of you to do, right? So basically, we ask you to spend the time to write down all the aspects of life that you worry about. It could be your job, your health, your relationship. It could be your money, financial situation, or it could be your future, whatever may be, or if worry about death, what if I die, that kind of thing. Anything that you have worry, right? This was the first thing we asked you to write down, okay? And then each of the worry, look inside, in what way you're not integrated. Let's say, for instance, your health, right? You know your health is no good. And you always wanted to, you give words to yourself, I want to maintain a healthy body. I want to exercise, eat properly, no more junk food and no more late nights, whatever. But this is the word you give to yourself, but you never honor it. You just keep slipping in the words you give to yourself. So you eat unhealthy food, You live a very unhealthy lifestyle. You abuse your body left, right, center. So that means what? You're not integrated to the words you give to yourself. That is non-integrity. So like this only, you're going to identify each worry that you listed in number 1 and find out where you have missed integrity to yourself. Okay, so this is how you start with that. Then, of course, the third part is when you look into your life, identify the things you forgot most often. Like, see, when you're not integrated to the words you give to yourself and others, the non-integrity will make you forgetful. People with forgetful pattern is because of non-integrity. You cannot trust anyone who is forgetful because they don't honor the words, okay? Anyone you can see that, hey, this fella always forget. It means what? Non-integrity, you know, problem with non-integrity. You cannot trust this burger. You will say something and after that you forget. And that's the worst thing. And they become caught in this vicious cycle. Non-integrity, forgetfulness, non-integrity, forgetfulness, and then no confidence in themselves and no confidence in others in them. This is how they pull themselves down to the lower existence. It means someone is there, but not able to honor the word they give to themselves and not able to be sure, to have confidence in others in them. So this is the kind of life they will lead. Okay, don't live that kind of low life. Get out of this kind of situation. Self-powerlessness state. Okay, you are by your nature powerful beings. But when you have a blocked navel chakra, this is how you live, okay? Non-integrity and forgetfulness, okay? So this is the exercise that you were told to do. So those of you who are attending for the first time today, you may have not had time to do it. That's okay. You can just pen down, within the next few minutes when I go through the next few slides, whatever comes to your mind, what you worry, just write it down, okay? As I speak. Okay, so now let's enter into this session, the slide for this session. The last 4 slides will recap from last month's content. I give a gist only. So now let's understand depression from this navel chakra. So listen. See, when you suppress an emotion or thought, right? Because when you experience something, you try to suppress it. Okay, that memory or this suppression go directly to your navel chakra, your Manipuraka, and that is poison. Okay, understand? Poison you add to your navel chakra when you suppress emotion or thought. Your action will have an unconscious violence. You start becoming, that suppression create violence in you, anger in you. Okay, that's why you see how, when a baby is born, they don't have all this violent nature, but when they start growing up, they have this suppressed emotion. And they start exhibiting violent nature. They start beating people out, destroying things, misbehaving with the body, or throw tantrum, fighting with themselves, others, all this kind of violent nature. It is created because of the suppressed emotion at your navel chakra. So the clinical name for this negative attitude is called depression. Okay. I know depression covers a wide spectrum, but in general, this is depression. And depression is one of the most highest affected psychological disorder globally, not just in Singapore, everywhere you go. That's why you got so much people jumping off, suicidal rate high. It's because of depression, because they are not able to handle themselves, the mind. And you can't handle the mind, you have to learn how to go beyond it, right? So the more we allow these inner chatters to consume us, and overwhelm us, to eat us out, the more depressed we become. Okay, so this is the click you need to have. How you create depression is because you suppress emotion. You need to dig out all the suppressed emotion and be complete with it. That means what? Whatever that, something was done to you when you're 5, 7 years old, something happened to you as in your life, some kind of traumatic experience, and that emotion of suppression never get resolved or completed in your body. It is stored in your navel chakra as a poison. So by and by, you leave that poison, and of course, the more and more mess you create, right? Because of the violence, and you just create yourself into a vicious cycle of suffering and more suffering. Okay? So don't ever get into that vicious cycle. Break that vicious cycle. But you need to know how. Okay? So today is this process to start breaking that vicious cycle. Liberate yourself from this mess of looping, creating a looping of suppression, depression. So that is what. So depression or negativity is nothing but a collection of negative thoughts, right? How you talk to yourself. How you talk to yourself and you said, oh, life is too much. I'm going to end my life. Life is not worth living. I think I can free myself from suffering if I go and commit suicide. This is how you talk to yourself. So that's why people believe that by ending their life, they can get out of this whole mess. No, that is the greatest illusion. See, once you allow such thoughts to enter your mind, the same thought will keep playing back like a tape recorder. You know how a tape recorder, this is the mind's nature. You keep repeating until you know how to unclutch from it. The unclutching technique that given by Swamiji is science of unclutching is the science to break this playback, the recording of the thought current you create. So it becomes a habit if it is reinforced constantly. A habit means what? If you do 10 times, 11 times, it become part of you now. So it's become a habit, a pattern. So a habit, a pattern means it stay inside you without you knowing that is now part of you. So then by thinking of worries all the time, you have one more worry that is called depression. Now you got one more extra worry, which is depression. When you have suppressed emotion, depression is become one extra worry. Oh, I worry I'm depressed because if I think of this again, I'll fall into the depression. So you have one more worry. So this is the start of worry. So people, all of you who see people, the friends around you or the colleagues around you, or people you live around you, and you see that why they are depressed. Be very clear, this is how they start. So well, now that you know, you get yourself out, and then you also enrich the person how to get out, okay? So that the world become a better place with less depressive people, okay? Collective consciousness will be lifted if we have less people who are depressed. Okay, when you have too many depressed people, the whole thing just drag all the collective consciousness down. So now let's look at this interesting thing about chronological planning and psychological planning. Okay, so now one of the things that we worry is that we stress out, or we worry that, oh, we do this, what is going to happen, like in the workplace, your ability to perform, the efficiency, everything. So this is the one technique that Swamiji talk about, how you can just do what you can to get out of this psychological planning. Psychological planning is worry. Okay, so let's understand these two things. First, chronological planning is a planning on a time scale. That means, okay, let's say you need to do a project. You know, to sit down and plan what are the steps to get there, right? What needs to be done, what resources you need, the people, blah, blah, blah. That is chronological planning. A very practical way to organize yourself or the resources you have for the best result, for the best efficiency and best outcome, right? You can only plan based on whatever you know. But of course, there's something that you don't know. There's still, you can only do your best in planning sincerely without attachment to the end result, okay? So this is what you need to do. Chronological planning, that's it. Do your part and surrender whatever outcome to the divine, okay? That is the way to exist without worrying. Now, there's one thing. Society have taught us to plan psychologically. That means what? You're planning with a head, right? With no relevance of time or space. You just constant serious planning going on in the head over and over again. Okay, what should we do? What is it? What if this? What it is? It's like you're doing all the permutation of what could go wrong, right? So you do all kinds of so-called extra planning, which is not needed. Because these kind of extra planning and over analysis of, the outcome or whatever, it just boosts your ego. Come on. It makes you feel great. Oh, I'm worthy. I can look at all the possibility. I can look at all this, what will go wrong, all this. See, this kind of is called, it's a kind of worry because it gives the ego a reason to survive. The ego feel great. Ooh. So when you're free from worry, you'll just be in bliss. But when you're not in bliss, you're end up being thinking of the project all the time, worrying about what could go wrong. Then you have gone into this worrying pattern. Understand? So this is the way to get out of psychological planning, which is do only the chronological planning, do your best sincerely, to your best ability, and then leave the outcome to, the divine. Okay? Because it's not within your control. It is not within your control, so don't even try to. Just do your best and see what is, the outcome. So this is one way to reduce your inner chatters or worry. Now, the next thing you can do is become the watcher of the mind. See, your mind is constantly, bubbling with thoughts, right? Some good thoughts, some bad thoughts, that kind of thing. So if you start bringing awareness, and watch the thoughts for a few hours, you understand that how your mind works. See, your mind, it's like constantly bubbling with random thoughts, irresponsible thoughts that are not connected. Okay, they are just random popping up. So this is the nature of mind. You should not respond to it. You just ignore the mind. That means unclutch from the mind, relax from it. Okay, so this is the way how you should stay, not get intertwined with thoughts or your mind. Just watch it and let it pass. Okay, let it pass. And then if something reminds you, okay, there's something you need to do, okay, just go execute it and then leave it. Okay, so the very watching will dissolve the mind and is worry. That is the powerful technique. The more you watch, the more the minds get dissolved and the worries also disappear. Okay. Those of you who attended the Ashtavakra Gita with me, you understand what I mean. The signs of unclutching. So here's the truth. By worrying, you totally miss the beauty of the present moment now. Okay. So when you're in the present moment, every moment will become a celebration, and you will not be searching for the past incidents to celebrate, because every moment is a celebration. You will continue to be the present because you are celebrating every moment. You never go to the past for celebration anymore, right? So then every moment become golden. It is not the past. So just be in the present, what comes. Because in the present, it decides your future. What is in the present gives birth to the future. So if you keep stewing on the past, you only reproduce your past into the future. So don't do that. Don't destroy your future just because you're stuck in the past. Okay? So becoming the watcher, right? Come back to, how to become the watcher. You never stop your thinking. That's the truth. But you can watch the thoughts. See, the thought you have to stop your thinking is itself another thought. Right? When you say, oh, stop it. This is another thought. So the silence you want to achieve is vibrating with blissful silence and the silence of existence. It means what? When you unclutch, you don't create another thought. That's why when I did the last session, I said the mood of unclutching. When you do it as a mood, you're not creating another thought. Because when you tell yourself, oh, let me unclutch, please unclutch, it's another thought. It means you have another thought in the inner space, right? So don't verbalize anything inside. That means no verbalization. No verbalization is the way to enjoy this thoughtless silence. Okay. The moment you start verbalizing, you have created a thought. Okay. Simply watch the mind, watch the emotion. That's all. But don't verbalize anything. Don't verbalize, comment anything you're witnessing. Okay. This is the first step to silence. Just when you watch it, just relax from it. And then the thing will dissolve into a silence. Then again, another thought will bubble up. You just watch it and just relax. So, but in that watching, in that relaxing, don't verbalize anything. Okay. Only when you verbalize, it become another thought. Okay. So this is how you become the watcher, the witnessing consciousness. So this awareness will start to grow slowly in you, and you will start to become aware, more and more silence happening in you, because you just watch, and then you don't react or think anything. You just watch, and the thing will dissolve. Then after that, some silence will happen. Then again, something will bubble up, and you watch again, the thing will dissolve. So it's just like this. It keep going on. The whole point about unclutching is the silence that you should be reciting will elongate. That means you spend more time in silence over time. Maybe the first time is like 1 minute in silence. Then again, one thought, the second thought come. Then if you keep sitting with yourself, become a watcher, your silence could be increased to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then the longer you are able to enjoy the silence, more healing happen. Okay. More clarity happen. Okay. So that's the difference between enlightened being and us. See, an enlightened being like Buddha, his gap between two thoughts could be 5,000 years. It's not that he doesn't have thought. He has thought, but the gap is so long because he's in silence most of the time. So same way, if your gap is microsecond, right? Because your mind is so restless, agitated. So you can't even experience the silence. You don't even feel you're aware of the silence. So now the whole point is increase the silence you're experiencing in you more and more, and then you will become, you have more clarity. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to open up for some Q&A. You can ask any question on the chat. You can clarify your doubts here. You can share the clicks here, what you feel resonate in you, or you can share experience on the topic. Okay, for 10 minutes, we're going to do that. Then after that, we're going to enter into the meditation itself. I stop the sharing now. Okay, any question you want to ask, you can type the question in the chat and I will answer you. No, it's staring me. I'm not sure. Digesting. Okay, good. But so Melissa, do you feel anything that whatever I've spoken like click with you at least? You know, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
1000% resonates. 1000%. And to be honest, like I think after years of not being in integrity, what I found now as I'm entering into my mid-40s, that my working memory, my short-term memory has really been affected. Like now, even when I don't intend to be forgetful, I can forget everything and anything that's important. And now, because so many years of not being in integrity, now I have to look towards medication. I'm looking at different things on how to stimulate my brain.
No, ma.
So really,
don't go into drugs.
resonate.
Don't go into drugs, medication. That's just a temporary fix. It's not going to solve the solution. Get back to no, you can you can get back and you can get out of those medication. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Really
Great.
resonates. Thank you.
Okay, great. Understand, I've known Melissa for many years, more than 10 years now.
Indeed. Too long already.
Melissa is my yoga student. She came to me a long time back. Okay. All right. So you think, okay, so So she's saying that when you're worrying, right? Is it that is the poison or the suppressed emotion? Okay. Or both also happen. See, the worrying, it means what? Means inside got a lot of thoughts, right? If you don't have this poison, there will not be any thought. One leads to another. So the thing, your navel chakra is poison first, then you have thought. Otherwise, you have no thought. You'll be in this pure silent space, blissful space. This is where we all should be. This is our original state. Do you understand what I'm saying? My explanation? See, the suppressed emotion is the cause of this, the mind constantly talking. This constant inner chatter is called worry. Okay? Generally, it's called worry because if you don't have this inner chatters, you don't have worry. Okay? So it's who is translating? Junior, are you translating for her? Because she's quite confused with what the presentations. Okay, anyone besides her understand what she was asking? Oh, Junior drop out. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying based on her question? So I need to make sure that you also understand. Otherwise, okay, Anita is translating. Okay, great. So don't allow the poison to enter into you. That's what I'm saying. Okay, great. Okay. So any other question? 还有什么问题吗？哎，你们要问 OK， 如果不问啊，来这边是白费，是花浪费你的时间呢。Is there more trouble? Is there more trouble than energy center navel will weaken? Yes. But it depends also how you handle the trouble. See, anything that happen in the outer world, whether it's adversity, some, bad phase of life you're going through, whether it's out of job, relationship issue, some health issue, whatever things that's happening, trouble that you perceive or some obstacle you're perceiving in the outer world. If you don't know how to handle this adversity, your navel chakra the worry will create the stress and block the navel chakra. But if you know you're established in the right understanding and you know how to handle it, you will keep your navel chakra unaffected. Okay? Yin yang, hong yin yang. Understand now? 听懂我在讲什么吗？
Can I ask a question?
Okay, Paul, you go ahead and ask.
Yeah, this is with regards to just now you mentioned about unclutching, right? I think you also mentioned about like you will declare yourself in perpetual completion, right? And it will be realized. Can I ask, in a more concrete form, like how do you declare perpetual completion? Do you just say it to yourself or?
Okay, so listen. Your original state as consciousness, you are complete. That's what the last chanting we do, Puna mantra, right? Which we chant, is to remind us, even though I think that I'm not complete, I'm still complete because inside I'm come from the space of completion. Okay. So it's about remembrance. Remembrance is what you need. It's already inside you. Understand? But you don't remember. That is the problem. Forgetfulness is the demon. There's a demon called apasmarana, okay, which is step on Nataraja. Nataraja as a deity of Shiva. He stepped on this demon on the right foot. That demon is called apasmarana. You can't destroy this demon, okay? But you can control or suppress the fella by stepping on that fella. Means what? You go beyond that. Forgetfulness. Forgetfulness is what make you forget about who you are and start living like an ordinary human being or lower being. But when you remember who you are, you get back and you remember you're the source, you're the, you know, the ultimate. Then you are established back in the perpetual completion, right? So just keep remembering that, and whatever that makes you not complete, just drop it. Makes you feel incomplete, just drop it. Keep dropping it. Or surrender to the guru. That's what we do. When you have a guru, we surrender to him. I say, you take care of this. I don't want this one anymore because it made me stupid, you know, or suffer. Okay, take it away. So then you again fall back to the space of completion. Understand? That is perpetual completion. The sure remembrance of your original state. You declare and you come back again. Just keep getting back. Okay? He says that if you keep getting back 11th time, by the 11th time, that thought will not come back. That's the depressive thought. Okay, what if I die? And you worry, what if I die, right? Every time you encounter that, you get into this panic attack. What if I die, right? You feel that, oh, I haven't had time to finish what I need to do. I feel that time is running out, right? So you get this panic attack, right? So now if you unclutch from that, you keep unclutching, by 11th time, you realize that it doesn't come back anymore. This thought, it will not be, it will not trigger any panic attack in you. Okay? So that's what I mean.
So this can happen even like, take for example, let's say, oh, you're walking down the road and then you suddenly you think about, oh, when I'm like what you said, Lord, when am I going to die? Then you can also do this, you know, while anywhere, right? Basically, even when you're
anytime, anyways, 24/7, even when you're dreaming, sleeping, suddenly you realize, hey, let me unclutch. When unclutching enter into a dream state, that means what? It has penetrated into the other state of consciousness. That itself is powerful. Okay. Any other question? Otherwise, thanks, Melissa, for sharing. So that forgetfulness, now you know why your forgetfulness, how it began. So work on that. So if there's no more question, let me enter into the briefing for the cleansing this, okay? Now, you're going to enter into a very powerful meditation. And I really, really require all of you to cooperate, because you're not physically in my presence. We're not in an environment where we can control this environment. And so we're now doing it virtually. So you need to do your part to create that bubble, the so-called the safe space for this process to happen. Okay. So let me just share the slide with you first. Okay. I brief through the slide, and then you have any question, then we will tackle it. Okay. So I think Anadiata have already sent out the notification earlier how to prepare. Okay, so now a little bit more about this meditation called gibberish. Gibberish means just making sound. There's no words coming out, just sound. It is called Manipuraka Sudhi Kriya. Sudhi means cleansing. Kriya means it's a technique. Okay, so it's a meditation technique taken from, actually this is from the Christianity background. You know, this is a technique that was further adapted by the Sufi. Sufi is I think the Islamic tradition, okay, but they are the authentic you know, spiritual tradition under Sufism. Okay, so now listen, this technique will empty you out of your deeply engraved negative mental patterns and worry. This is a time I'm giving you this opportunity to cleanse, to do a major cleansing. You know how you do a spring cleaning? This is a spring cleaning I'm doing for you now. So please cooperate and do it for yourself. I can't do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Okay. I can only facilitate. I can hold a space for all of you to clean. And Swamiji supports energy, but you have to do it yourself, because you created the mess. You have to clean up your shit. Okay. So you will clear all your suppressed emotion of anger, worrying, and, you know, violence. All this will just be cleansed. Once you do this meditation, you'll feel light in the navel area, okay, at the end of this meditation, because your thoughts are nothing but garbage. There's no good garbage or bad garbage. Thought is garbage, okay? So the mind is like a dustbin. It just keep creating garbage, okay? So the mind has to be empty from all this overflowing inner chatters. These are garbage. These words are the ones that irritate us. They are like blister in our inner space. You know how you're not in bliss. That's why I say don't create blister. Create bliss. Okay. Only when you have blister means what? You have all this nonsense happening. So words and thoughts will never allow us to relax even on a vacation. You can go to the most expensive place in the world. But if you are filled with all this negativity, you will still never be able to relax and enjoy in the present moment. So this is a meditation where you can empty up all your garbage. So this is a garbage cleaning session. Okay, so this 2-step to this technique. Okay, already said, please don't eat before 2 hours because the heavy stomach will make you want to throw up. So you're first going to stand. First step, stand on your feet with the eyes closed, with the eye band. Okay. So during the meditation, this 21 minutes, I will ask them to stop the recording so you will not be recorded, but you need to be visible to me. I need to see, because my eyes falling on you is like Swamiji's eyes falling on you, and I will guide you if, let's say, anything that needs to be reminded. So please turn on the camera when you're doing this process. Only I will be seeing, the rest will not be seen. So you need to stand on your feet, put on the eye band. You're going to go deep in your Manipuraka. See, there's a lot of shit stored inside. That means poison, right? So you feel so heavy there. And you're going to, it's filled with worries or all the kind of suppressed emotion. So you just focus there and start, allow the anger, the worry inside you to explode and stop. When you explode, you create sound. Ah! You know, like kind of sound. Rah, rah, rah. You know, it just talk nonsense. No words, okay? No words. That means you cannot verbalize any words, because any words, familiar words, will create certain emotion again. No words, just sound. Because understand, everything is recorded as frequency. That frequency is sound. So no words, just sound. Nonsensical sound. That's why it's called gibberish. Just create sound. Wow, 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 wow. You know, let's say you're angry, you remember anger that you want to fight with someone. Just allow the sound to come out, okay? But don't scold the fella, the name or the words that you're scolding. Just allow the sound to happen. Let it out in the form of sound, okay? It should be absolute gibberish. No words, just sound, okay? This will open up this unconscious part in you. If you create words, you're hiding the emotion. Only sound will open up the unconscious dimension in you. Okay, that means whatever is stored there deeply, that you are trying to avoid. And you can wave your hands, scream, tears will flow, let them flow. That's why I told them, get a pillow. You know what Swamiji showed me? If you need to scream, you're scared that your neighbor will hurt, or your family will. You just, when you need to scream, just put the pillow inside the mouth and start shouting. So the sound will go into the pillow, okay? Just make sure that you will reduce the commotion, okay? You need to be able to do it, because I can't do it possibly with all of you in a location. So you have to do it. But to deny you from this cleansing is too much. I feel that so much can be helped. So that's why I'm trying to think how to help these people to do this process. So he showed me, okay, the visualization, he showed me take the pillow and cover your mouth and start screaming. You can hit the pillow. Like say you're angry, you want to really feel that you need to hit someone and let out the venting. Hit the pillow, okay? Don't go and hurt someone, but hit the pillow is fine, okay? So let whatever emotion come out, okay? Do all with all your energy, your might. Vomit out all the negativity, negative emotion, all the feelings. Just throw it out. All the painful incident, all the painful memories, how you're suppressed, how you're tortured, how your sadness, all bring those all out, okay? Be completely immersed in them, okay? So for 21 minutes, you're going into that process. Then after that, I say stop. After 21 minutes, just stop. Wherever you are, just sit down. Sit down and just witness the silence. Feel the navel chakra. You'll feel a lightness in your navel chakra. Okay? You'll feel how light and free you are after the cleansing happened. Okay? Got it? If the umbilical is blocked, is there any possibility for activation? Just do it, you will know. yin yang. Okay. No om, no om, just sound. Now you know the pillow, huh? The pillow is to make sure that you don't bring the police or the neighbor at your door and say, what's wrong with you? Are you mad? So I don't want your neighbor or your someone to complain you're mad. Okay, so you need to. It's not om, it's not sound. Gibberish. Gibberish means what, Jarashatika? No meaning. It is not meaning. Understand? Om has meaning. Om is a primordial sound. Why you enter into om when you're vomiting all your poison? Okay? When I say the sound is created by emotion, you don't use your mind to create sound. That's a difference. Okay? The sound will come out because of the suppressed emotion. Don't go and say, wow, 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 by yourself. Your mind is creating sound. No. The suppressed emotion is making you create the sound. Do you understand? Please understand this important part. Don't go and think, okay, what sound should I create? Okay, let me create la, la, la. Okay. No, don't do that stupidity, okay? I don't want you to create sound because your mind is coming in again. I'm trying to get rid of your mind. You now go and create another, sound with your mind. Hey, then what's the point of doing this meditation, right? 过程中可以关灯吗？可以。不过我需要看到你嘞，你关灯，我怎么看得到你？Huh? Okay, all of you, please turn on camera. Okay, so are you ready? I'm going to set the timer now. Stand. You need to put on an eye band and you have the tissue paper along with it because a lot of tears will come out. All the suppressed emotion will come out. All the tears will come out and you will be having a lot of mucus everywhere. You need to clean them. So have that accessible because you'll be putting on your eye band. So you need to know where the things are. Okay? Come on. One more minute. I'm going to start. Please get ready. All of you stand up. Put on your eye band. Take this opportunity to clean your navel chakra. Those who have done it, you will know how relieved you are to have done this meditation. Because this is one meditation that does not happen often. Yes, when you feel the emotion, the sound will come out. Okay, Jarashadika? 坐着可以吗？不要躺着，站住先。如果你累的话，你可以坐着，不，最好是站着，因为站着会比较激发你那个情绪。Okay, standing is help you to invoke the emotion, explore the emotion. You sit, you too comfortable, you fall asleep. I don't want you to be comfortable. You're doing a dynamic meditation. Dynamic means what? Intense meditation. Understand? If you're too comfortable, you fall asleep like sleeping meditation or just go into some unconscious zone. Then what's the point? Understand? It's just like some meditation is dynamic. Means actively your whole body is involved. This is one meditation. It is a dynamic meditation. Okay, are you all ready? I need to see all of you wearing the eye band now. Then I'll press the start button of my timer. If you raise your hand, if you feel lightness now, your navel chakra. Raise your hand if you feel that you feel light there at the navel chakra. Okay, a few of you. Some still haven't come back. Still in the meditation. So tell me, how was it? Powerful meditation? 愤怒、暴力、伤心、悲伤、生气、想骂人，对，对啊，这些情绪就要把它起出来，最后变成伤心。为什么伤心呢？放过了几个屁，怨气放出来放屁，还是很痛呀。 做一次是不够的，如果你有时间自己做，就是重复整个过程做几次。Okay, or burn a few times. Yes, the whatever is suppressed inside in your digestive system, you come out as a burp. Okay. You have seen people when they come into the spiritual energy, they burp like non-stop. Okay, feel exhausted. The good type exhaustion. Yes. Exactly, Melissa. This is the right feeling. I remember Anandyata and Maheshwari when they first did it last month with me, because I need to make them do it because they were falling behind integrity. Anandyata can share what happened to you. She went to sleep and knock out. Huh? What happened?
上一次就是做完之后要流很多汗，然后很累，要去睡一下，去 wake up。
因为那时我们做的时候是在下午，记得吗？好像是3、4点这样。你们2个，所以你们如果有一些分享，你可以在那个 chat 里面分享。So share your experience. You can practice this meditation for at least few more times to cleanse further. If you feel that you did not do it fully, do it again on your own. Okay. Now, before we end, I'm going to talk about next session. Next session is the 7th session, end of next month, September. We're going to enter into the next chakra, Swadhisthana, the fear center. Okay. You're going to understand all the thought trends or thought current that make you experience fear in your life. Okay. All fears are nothing but fear of death. See, like most people, life never goes beyond fear of death. It means they're stuck in Muladhara. Muladhara is the fear of lust or greed, right? Or desire. Swadhisthana, the 2nd chakra, is the fear center. So many people, they only exist in these 2 lower chakras: fear, greed, fear, desire. They never have to, they don't know any other way of existence because they never explore that, or they're too lazy to explore, or they don't believe. So, or they don't have the courage to take on any other way of life. It means they don't want to discover their possibility. See, till you face your fear, you will never have a breakthrough in your life. Understand? The breakthrough only happens when you face your fear. Whatever fear you have, you face it and go beyond it. So I don't know how many sessions we're going to use for fear, but I think it will be a few sessions because fear is a big topic. Many of us are stuck there. So especially for women. Swadhisthana is the 2nd chakra, the area where your reproductive system is. Okay? For men also. So feeling exhausted but good time exhaustion, a lot of burp. 现在还是想哭，在方式. Yeah, let it process. So powerful. I never thought such emotions existed in me. Feeling like ghosts, a bit shocked with sound I made, felt eyes cleansed too. Sharika. Yeah. Now you know I did 10 sessions for fear. Melissa. 10 sessions. Oh God.
Make it 20, make it 20.
You'll be here forever. So this is a big topic. All the fear, especially for women. See, women are always stuck in the 2nd chakra, fear center. Men generally are stuck in the 1st chakra, lust or greed. Okay. So that's why women is always more intelligent than men, because at least they're 1 chakra higher, but they're still stuck there. So this is the next few sessions, we're going to explore the fear center. I don't know what is going to come, but it's going to be very, very interesting exploration, because in fear, we're going to explore the fear of death. The topic about death, you cannot escape. Okay. You need to understand, bring the right powerful cognition to death. Then you will be able to face it when it comes and not suppress it or run away or escape from it. When it comes, you will just know, you know how to relax from it and then jump into enlightenment. See, there are many, many junctures in our life, there's opportunity for enlightenment. First is at the birth. If your mother who give birth knows she's an enlightened being or know how to do that. She can actually make the child before it was born connect to the umbilical cord and infuse the energy and make the child enlightened. If the mother is enlightened, the mother is aware. Okay, that process can happen. Another time is during death. At your deathbed, you can jump into enlightenment if you know how to face death. Okay, in the process between birth and death, if you meet a guru, there's a possibility. If you do your spiritual work also. So all doors are open when you are embodied. It means at the time of birth till you exit the last body, during the whole time, the possibility lies there. Okay, so we're going to touch on topic of death, fear and death in the next few sessions. Okay, Rosita said when you were reading the instruction before starting, I already wanted to cry. Later when you say stop and say, I feel there's a tornado spinning in my belly area. Yes. Cleaning you up. If you store a lot of shit there, I call shit because they are all poison, right? Shit means garbage. This is what happened. You need to somehow let it clean. You need to take time to clean it because you dump it unconsciously. You do not know you're dumping it. Right now, going through this process is part of the cleaning. Okay? All the different processes we're doing is part of the cleaning up only. 觉得自己好像哥斯拉 What is 哥斯拉 What is that? 2, 3, 3. 什么是哥斯拉 What is 哥斯拉 Godzilla.
A dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Okay. You feel big, is it? 挖出来生出的情绪感谢 Yeah, good. Godzilla is the big dinosaur, you know. From Japan, I remember when I was a child, I used to watch Godzilla. Wow! Then the Ultraman. Do you still remember that silly Godzilla and the Ultraman? That time the technology not so advanced, so it's all staged, you know. You can tell it's so fake. Now if you look back. I'm old enough. Yes. So if you have no more questions, I'm going to wrap up. I thank you all for coming in this session. I hope you know, after you finish, you can sit and go take a bath and just clean yourself up and go to sleep. You know, if you need to drink some hot beverage, just drink it and then go to sleep. Okay. Rest early if you need to rest. If you feel tired, go and rest. If you still have to do some work, just do something that's light, not too stressful. Okay, and because we're going to enter into this SJP session now. Okay, those of you who are declare you want to be SJP, we're going to enter the SJP session in the next 10 minutes. So I want all of you to share your experience through the group chat created by Anandiata or the Chinese group, and also can share you know, with me so that we can collate together. Because all the session we conduct, we collect the feedback, sharing in testimonials so that it can inspire more and more people. Okay. See, the whole point about sharing is when you receive a gift like this, right? Something happened, raise you spiritually. You should not keep it to yourself. You should share with someone who may be suffering the same problem as you and get benefited. Okay, so that sharing itself is what we should do. Because you receive it freely, you should share it freely as well. Okay, and otherwise, if you don't share, you're a thief. You know what's a thief? 贼呀, you know, 你拿了那个好意不分享，就是贼。Okay. So let me end with the Puna mantra now. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Saubam Bhagavashi Nityananda Paramashiva Paduka Paramastu. Om Nityanandam All right, good night. Nityanandam, thank you.